Hello, everybody. Welcome to Second Opinion Cybercast, where we talk about game news for the last 2 weeks, or we might do it monthly. We'll see how it goes. So, with me here we have Liam. Go
Hi.
ahead, say hi, Liam.
Hello.
And what kind of games do you like?
A lot of them.
Okay, and next is TJ.
What's up?
And what kind of games do you like, TJ?
Real-time strategy mostly.
Since
Sandbox
when?
games. But
Since when do you like real-time strategy games?
since those are the games I play the most when I'm not playing with a large group of people.
Oh, really? Well, I've seen you play a lot of Civ 5. That's right. I guess so.
So, like Age of Empires 3, we need to do more of that. And we have Shelton here, but I mean Wacko. Well, his real name's Shelton.
No, don't say his real name.
And-
They're gonna know where he is.
oh no. And he likes Call of Duty
Oh, he's a
and other
pro.
games. He'll talk for himself when he gets here.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm Fox Jupiter, and I go by other names online, but that doesn't matter. So we're going to talk about, the latest. First, we're going to talk about trailers. So latest trailers for the last 2 weeks or a month. Right now, we're going to cover the last month, and let me just bring up that list.
Okay.
Good thing. Good thing we have post production. Talk show. Okay, so first game on the list is Rocket League Hoops trailer.
Hoops trailer.
Does anybody care?
I really like Rocket League, but the hoops thing, it's for people who really know how to play this game because it's all like aerial goals. So I wasn't good with that, so I'm gonna try it out, but I don't think I'm gonna last at all in it. But it's
That's what
cool
she
because I've
said.
seen a lot of videos about people doing insane twirls in the air and just across the map goals and stuff like that. So it'll be nice to see in a professional setting, I guess.
How about you, TJ? You care?
I mean, the trail looks interesting enough, but I haven't even had time to try out the first Rocket League. So
Oh, you should
Yeah,
definitely try it.
this is a
I think
DLC. This is DLC.
it is DLC, but you should definitely try
Yeah.
Rocket League. I think it's really cool, especially if you don't play that many sports games. I think this is cool for those kind of people who really don't care about sports games. I think this is a sports game, sort of a sports game that is cool for anyone.
The only thing that made me interested in it was I saw on Reddit videos like the top two players in the world playing against each other, and that was pretty interesting.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Hmm. Just like
Yeah,
one
you
on
should
one or with their own teams.
no, just one on one.
Ah, that's
It was
great.
pretty awesome.
I guess.
Yeah, you should definitely check that out sometime. But next we got Titanfall 2. Uh, Me and Liam, we had a video on this before, which you guys can check out on my channel. Uh, are you excited about this announcement, Liam?
I Well, not too much Titanfall 2, but in the trailer, I one of the things I like about Titanfall is because even though it's a shooter, and I'm not a big shooter fan, you can get into your mech and it'll be mostly like close quarters. Even though all the mechs had guns, you could still get close and just punch people, and it was kind of cool to have that brawling aspect inside like a first-person shooter, right? This trailer shows one of Titanfalls having a sword. So they're just giving you another
It's gonna be
option
awesome.
to be melee. Yeah, to just go on and hack and slash. And I think that's
I want to
cool.
cut mechs in half.
Yeah.
Just slice someone right through the middle. Oh
Oh,
my god.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, and then stab somebody. Oh, and lift them up with the mech through their body, and
Yeah, yeah,
you would see from their point of view. If you're their point of view, you see the sword going through your body.
yeah. And in the first Titanfall, they did have like special animations like for the killing, like for the killing
Yeah.
blow, right? So yeah, it'll be cool to see.
Oh, it's awesome.
Hmm.
Did you ever play Titanfall, TJ?
I haven't. Did not play Titanfall. It was not on my list of games to get for the Xbox One.
You're the only person here with an Xbox One, and you don't have the game for Xbox One.
Especially because it's a console exclusive to the Xbox One. It's on PC as well, but for console it's only for the Xbox One. You should have gotten it.
It just didn't
It's
move
it's
me.
probably
But
you
I'm
can probably
looking
get
at
it
it.
for like $5.
Maybe now I'll get it, but it's like when I watched the trailer for it, I'm thinking it's a mech game, and it's a first-person shooter, and I have so many, first-person shooters, but...
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah, the single player, this one actually has a single player now, which is, I have such crazy expectations for since Modern Warfare 2 was so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even imagine how cool this is going to be.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 1 and 2 had a really cool single player. Like it was like a blockbuster movie kind of way, but the characters were people that you liked, right?
Yeah, at least half the game, remember like the American side and then the real side of the story?
Yeah. So yeah, I
Yeah.
hope they go into that same territory where that was like the problem with the first one that you didn't care about anyone really. It was all multiplayer, which was fine, but a lot of people got turned off because of it because they were like, we don't know what's going on in this world. Yeah, so I guess that
Oh
would
man.
be a good addition to have some good multiplayer to justify the Titans.
Just the dialogue in the trailer was like really amazing for like veteran players of that game because we know more than anyone like how much you want to like go all out and go crazy in this game, but his words actually meant meaning. Like you actually do need to like know when to not engage in that game, and I'm just so excited.
You said they meant meaning.
Yeah.
All right.
But still,
Yeah, Titanfall 2 looks okay.
I haven't been this excited for a single player. Like it hasn't been like a Call of Duty campaign like this. This is like the next Call of Duty campaign since Modern Warfare 2, really, to me.
Hopefully.
So, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So next on our list, Doom. You guys care about that game?
I care a lot about Doom. I love Doom. I've always loved Doom. I played the beta this weekend, and the multiplayer is whatever. Like it
It's
wasn't
like Call of Duty, isn't it?
not necessarily like Call of Duty. I mean, there's double jumps, and people like to use rockets most of the time. And at a certain point, I don't know how they got it. Maybe it's a kill streak, but somebody becomes a demon, and it tells
Yeah,
the other
that's cool.
team, "Oh, there's a demon on the enemy team. Go kill it." But for a while, someone can become like this overpowered creature, and everybody's gunning for them. Um,
Yeah, it looks like a power up on the map.
yeah, a lot of people are not liking the multiplayer, and I mean, I agree. I don't think it's a bad multiplayer. It's just like it's a whatever multiplayer. But
You're more excited for the single player?
yeah, I've always liked first-person shooters. My favorites, some of my favorite first-person shooters are because of the single player, and I've always liked Doom. 1 and 2, even 3 that a lot of people don't like. I love going through all of that, going to
I
hell,
played through 3.
yeah,
Yeah.
killing the demons. I just love that. I just love that shooting people that don't have guns. Kind of, I know that sounds weird, but it's demons and monsters, and I just bought Painkiller, which is another one of my favorite old school like shooters, because you're just shooting people just running at you, and I kind of like that more than.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of Doom, Sean?
Doom, the new one coming out,
Yeah.
or just Doom itself?
No, just a new one.
Oh, it looks pretty badass actually. Yeah, I'd totally play it. It's obviously gonna be a remake. That's way too obvious. But the thing is that how they like obviously made the original, like it was a little easy, I would say, easy mapping and navigation. But
I wouldn't
like
call
now
it a
they're making,
remake.
huh?
I wouldn't call it a remake. What can we call it? Like just a new start to the franchise, like a fresh.
Yeah, that's the best way to put
Yeah.
it. That's what I was gonna get to. It's definitely got way more detail. I'm pretty sure it has way cooler monsters now because they're trying to grow whatnot. I believe it has a lot of potential. I'll totally play it.
Yeah. That's cool. Doom 3 for me. I played that whole game in co-op, so apparently there was like a lot of cutscenes in that game, and I never got to see
You can play
them.
Doom 3 in co-op, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Apparently,
that.
I mean,
Oh, that's
yeah,
weird.
that's how
I never knew that.
Yeah, it was too scary for me to play it by myself. So.
Nice.
But I probably won't buy this one. I would probably buy it like used for like $10.
Oh, that's
I
gonna
just
take a
I feel
while
like
though.
I don't know. I feel like the value will drop pretty fast on this game. We'll see.
Yeah.
You're saying
Um,
you'll try to rent it, right?
Yeah, more of a rent because I wasn't really that satisfied with the last Wolfenstein. Like everybody kind of put that game up on a pedestal, and
I
single
loved Wolfenstein. I thought it was great.
it was a good game, but like you start
Yeah.
the game and it's really awesome, but then like after like an hour, it's already doing the same thing over and over.
It gets a
And
little
it kinda-
cliche.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean,
The story was kind of
I'm okay with stuff doing the same thing as long as it's good. And I thought it was just good. You know, the weapons were great. If you play, I was playing on Uber mode, which is really hard, so you had to creep around. I really loved it. I thought it was great.
maybe I didn't enjoy that game as much because I probably just played it on normal or easy.
Yeah.
I was just running through everybody.
Yeah, I wasn't running through anything. Yeah, everybody was killing
Oh
me.
yeah. Oh no, I definitely just ran through that game because I just wanted to beat the story. I usually do that. Like I'll play a game through on easy and run through it to see the story, and then go back through the game on like hard if I like the game enough.
No, usually I go through it the first time on hard because there's so many games out there that sometimes it's hard for me to go back to a game. So the first time has to be the best time, or I'm not playing that.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely go back through games, but it's very rare that I do.
Mhm.
I still play Skate 3, surprisingly.
What? You play Skate 3 still? Oh
Yeah.
man.
I can't wait till Skate 4 comes out, though.
It's what really is coming out? Is that a thing?
Yeah, actually, I read on a couple blogs. It's not exactly like, I wouldn't say that it's said and done, but I feel like it may be in production.
Yeah. Skate 3 was interesting because it got really cool watching people playing that on like YouTube or stuff because you can just do whatever. It was just people experimenting, sort of like what they do with GTA, right? Oh, let's just do this and let's do this stunt, and it's gonna be cool. And that was the same way Skate was, but you also could bail midair and like break a bunch of bones and stuff like that. So it was cool.
I like
Yeah.
an NFL Blitz.
And you get to pretty much mess yourself up and get points for that shit.
Yeah.
So it
Get
varies.
points for it.
Yeah. Shows you your medical bill.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next subject we got is the Fallout 4 DLC pack for Wasteland, the Wasteland Workshop.
So
is
is that
anyone
like-
planning on buying this?
Wait, is that more just stuff for you to build with? Is that what it is? I'm not really sure.
It's you can pacify animals now too.
But
Yeah.
Like,
that's not like it's not like new like a new
No,
space
not a new story.
or more.
No.
It's just like more stuff to the workshop things, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure about it. I played Fallout 4. I didn't finish it because there's way too much stuff to do in those games. Just like Skyrim. I played maybe the first 2 weeks nonstop, and then I just stopped playing that game. Not because it's bad. It's just because it's just too much stuff, right? And I don't want to
Yeah.
go through
Yeah, that's
it.
why I went right through the
Exactly.
story pretty much.
Yeah.
Either you play it and you keep playing, or you play it and then you like come back to it whenever you're like, oh, I have no other games to play, and like, oh, well, I have all these other missions and all this extra storyline go through yada yada.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh, I finished up all my other games, so I have Fallout 4,
Yeah,
pretty much.
that is true. That is true. It's a good game, I guess. A lot of people did like the workshop stuff. Like people were remaking levels from other games into towns in Fallout. It was really crazy, but yeah, I guess if people who will like it will really love it.
Did you
Yeah.
play Fallout, TJ?
Nope, I have not.
Yes,
You know,
I
it's weird because I'm listening to you guys
Jeez,
talk
man.
about. It's like, you know what, my gameplay, the amount of games that I play is very limited. My time is real limited, so
Yeah.
to get involved, it's most of these
Understandable.
games take a large commitment to get through.
Especially
Yeah,
Fallout 4.
that game is a commitment.
Yeah, especially Fallout 4,
Massive
yeah.
game with tons of side quests.
That game is more of a commitment than Mass Effect.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is.
Don't get me started on Mass Effect.
We're gonna
That's-
get to that.
I got halfway through Mass Effect 3, and then my game save just completely got corrupted, and I had to
What?
start over. I haven't even started over in it, so I was like, fuck it.
Wow, it's worth starting over. You need to finish that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard good things. I haven't
like
played it.
Brian.
I've watched the game. Good at
Uh,
that.
Brian, he keeps telling me, he's like, "Oh, I can't buy a new game. I still need to finish Mass Effect 3, and it's been like 5 years since." Like he tells me that every time, whenever like a new fighting game comes out, like, "Oh, I should get this fighting game. Oh, I still need to finish Mass Effect 3." So,
Wow.
Pretty
I
much.
don't I don't
It's
understand why people aren't finishing that game.
I don't know. Yeah, I finished it when I got it.
Just sitting there through all the dialogue, it's like, oh my god, there's so much to do and so much to listen to, and I got to get to work and I got to eat.
Yeah,
I got to walk.
of
You know,
course.
I still have to sleep and do other shit in life.
Yeah.
Great games, just no, I think it's the problem with I
Time
don't know if it's a
consuming.
bad thing, but when you have games that are so massive and with so much to do, it's much more of a commitment now than it used to be. Whereas you can just pick up and play, stop, save your game, and come back with you know.
You know, you
Yeah.
say that, TJ,
Super
but you
Smash
play
Bros.
the longest games possible, real-time strategies.
Well, you know what? I got a Civ 5 running in the background, and this is what we're talking now.
So that's crazy time consuming. You can get through the story in Mass Effect 3, like in every Mass Effect, in 20 hours. And the usual playtime I put into a Mass Effect story is about 33 hours for each game.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I played, I know I played with my, Fallout, can't fucking speak, Mass Effect. I played the first one and the second one with my compadre in West Virginia. His name is Alex. He's really cool. I played that with him for like, I don't know, about a month or two. Like, I finished both of those games within a month. I'm pretty sure. And, I think he was waiting on the third one, and then I never really got to play it because, high school, work, a lot of things got in the way. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've loved the first two games. They were really interesting, just knowing that you can, like, choose to say something differently, and it almost changes the game, and like, it changes the concept of the game. It makes you...
Changes the story.
You can make friends or you can make enemies. Yeah, exactly. It's a nice, really good story. I like it. But the third
It's
one,
super innovative. Yeah.
It looked really nice.
Yeah.
Creative.
I still miss the first one's my favorite still, but I don't know how we got sidetracked to Mass Effect. But let's move on to the next subject.
Mass Effect, so we ended up getting started on it anyways. We were on Fallout 4 still. The workshop trailer.
Yeah,
DLC.
we're done with that.
Yeah.
We're done with Fallout.
Yeah. The next
Oh,
subject is Killer
we
Instinct Season 3. Let's talk about that.
Killer Instinct. So it just came out on PC, and I still haven't downloaded it. I kept telling myself, oh, when it comes out on PC, I'm going to get it. But Street Fighter V came out almost at the same time, like a month earlier, so I'm just playing Street Fighter V. But I do like Killer Instinct because they put on so much work on this. Like, it's actually done for people who love, uh, like, fighting games. I think the original developer, I think it was Double Helix, was it? Does anyone know? I'm not really sure. But right
This is
now,
Rare, wasn't it?
Rare?
Wasn't it Rare?
No, it's a Rare property, but they didn't make it.
Oh.
I think it was Double Helix who made it. But right now, it's Iron Galaxy. Iron Galaxy are known for making Dive Kick, which is like a parody fighting game community kind of game, which was great. So they're the ones who've been doing all the extra stuff for Killer Instinct, and they just put so much work on it. They have so many costumes. They have the netcode is probably the best there is in fighting games right now. It's so smooth, and yeah, on top of that,
That's
they just
important.
keep coming out with more stuff, like all these trailers and the way how they say, they present all these new characters. Look at all the stuff they can do. Yeah, Killer Instinct is made for fighting games, though I haven't played much of it yet. But
I think this is how fighting games should be done, like season-wise.
yeah,
Like this is the smart way to do it.
yeah, yeah. So Capcom is sort of doing the same thing now. Like, they're doing 6 characters a year. They're not calling it a season, so you're saying like yearly DLC or whatever. But yeah, it seems like they're going the same way. The difference is that Killer Instinct is free to play for a couple characters. I think it's just 2 or 3 characters you get as of if you don't pay for it, and if you want the rest of
Yeah.
the characters, you'll have to start paying for it. But yeah, it sounds cool, and I hope with the PC launch, it gets more popular than it is.
I'm just glad it's on PC.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a whole
The
Yeah.
Xbox.
Like-
I've been saying this. Like the next Xbox should just be a PC. Like that's it.
Well, that's what they're trying to
Really?
do, right? Something like that. I don't know.
Like if you're spending $400 on a new console, it should be a computer too, and it's by Microsoft, and it's literally the exact same computer parts. It's just
Yeah.
the OS that they need to put in.
Well, they keep failing at their own stuff, even on PC. Remember Games for Windows Live? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should. I don't know. They need to just make Xbox an OS, not just,
bagging on
make it a
Xbox or anything
console.
or Microsoft, but
Yeah.
they need to get something really cool going on rather than another Xbox One, which
Yeah.
everyone was so frantic about at first because they had the cameras and you can work it without the camera at first, and then they're like, oh, well, we had to patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
the
was a
always,
lot
always online thing.
Technics.
Yeah.
The Kinect camera. Oh, there was huge backlash for that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Killer Instinct looks amazing, honestly. Like, I would say uh, the first one I didn't play. I plan on actually playing this one because this one looks really badass. I wanted to play the first one, but
You mean the Super Nintendo one?
yeah,
Yeah.
like
That
actually,
game's
no,
awesome.
Oh, you're talking
gonna
about
get-
season 1.
yeah, like legit all the way back. Like that's the
Oh.
only one I can really recognize.
Season
by
1
memory.
is this game. It's the whole.
No.
It goes.
I think he's talking about original. He said the first one, the really old one.
Yeah, I said the original
Yeah.
first. Yeah, that's the
What
only one
was
that
that
I
for?
like memory.
The arcade.
Arcade,
the
Super
arcade.
Nintendo.
I believe so, yeah. It has to be because because that's where Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, they no, they were on arcade games, and then Mortal Kombat got transferred to Super Nintendo. Yeah, I don't know about Street.
Yeah, Street Fighter
I don't
was
know.
on Super as well.
Oh, okay, well, even more badass. Yeah, so it links up, but pretty much the new one, it looks obviously like it looks really badass. Like details, combos. I'm pretty sure that it works sort of like Street Fighter almost, or like Marvel. You know,
Maybe
like
like Marvel more. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't thinking that it was like Mortal Kombat where you have like simple combos. It's usually more complex, and I even relooked at the trailer not too long ago. It really is impressive.
Yeah.
Total buy though. I would totally buy that. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't even rent it. Like,
How
Yeah.
about you, TJ, being an Xbox One owner? Do you have it?
I actually do have it. I do have Killer Instinct, even though, speaking of it from back in the day, I was not that interested in the property when it first came out. Because, of course, when that came out, Soul Blade came out.
Oh,
So, yeah, Soul Blade.
Soul
Killer
Edge.
Instinct, Soul Edge, was it in the arcade?
It probably was called Soul Blade first. They changed the name so much.
Yeah.
So you had those two side by side in the arcade I used to go to, and I mean it was all right. The only thing I really enjoyed about it was when they would holler out TJ combo. I was like, yeah, that's me. But
That's
as far
hilarious.
as, when it finally ported over, it just it didn't keep my attention. It was a cool game to look at, especially with what do they call their finishing moves,
Ultra combos.
ultra combo, whatever they were. I mean, it was a cool game to look at and watch other people play, but it just didn't keep my attention. But the new version, this new one, looks really pretty interesting, and the fact I think I saw the Arbiter in there from
Oh
Halo.
yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he
Arbiter's
is.
awesome. Yeah.
I was like, all right, I will give this a shot.
My, my favorite is Rash from Battletoads. That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
I miss the Raptors. Is that? Oh yeah, the Raptor is in there.
Yeah,
I
he
love
is.
the
Yes,
Raptor.
the Raptor's in there. Yes.
Yeah, he's
It's
so
kind of
cool.
cool because Killer Instinct kind of has become like an all-stars like Microsoft fighting games. When it didn't even
It
start like
has.
that. Didn't even start that way. But they're
Yes.
like, oh, we have all these other characters. We can totally put them in Killer Instinct, and it's working out. I think like the Arbiter and
It is,
Rash from
definitely.
Battletoads, they totally look like the part for Killer Instinct.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like it's going to be a fun type of fighting game.
All
Yep.
right.
Yes, it
And
does.
with that, we'll move on to our next subject, Star Fox Zero, the release of Star Fox Zero. Game Easy Allies, they gave it
Game
5
trailers you were
stars.
gonna say. Yeah.
They gave a very positive review compared to IGN. IGN just of course, gave a very I don't know. These guys don't judge it objectively
I,
at IGN. They're just
I,
oh, I'm going to nitpick
yeah.
it. Eh.
IGN people hate their reviews a lot, but I'm okay with the score they give because uh, I
I
really
give it
like
way too. They gave it way too low. Way
I
too
really
low.
like Star Fox, but they're thinking of it more like if people really care for it, and I think people who like Star Fox already are gonna love this game. I know I'm gonna be one of those because it looks like Star Fox 64. It just straight up looks like that, right?
Yeah,
It looks
and
great, and I
people
want
are
to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
yeah, and people are ragging on the graphics, but I mean they have to sacrifice a little graphics for the 60 FPS on both those screens going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
So
I'm okay with that. I love how it
they
looks.
say it's better because it's smoother. It
Yeah.
does feel better because it's smoother.
Yeah, I'm
So
definitely
it's a
gonna
good
get it.
decision,
hmm
definitely. Um,
Uh,
TJ, do
I
you have a
saw, I
Wii U?
saw,
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I got a Wii U, and this is something I would completely pass on. I'm not a fan of Star Fox.
That hurts.
Ooh.
That hurts to hear.
Yeah.
I felt that coming.
Yeah. How about you, Sheldon?
I'd probably
Marco?
try it out. It's definitely a rent, but I wouldn't keep it. I'd say like the Nintendo 64. Yeah, it's sort of something you can't beat. Like it was the fun. Like I don't know. It was so simple to where like now we have we can use the ship to like pretty much walk on the land and jump and hop. Like it's really cool that they're getting this complex and advanced. But like I remember on GameCube when they had Star Fox on there, he
Star
could
Fox
like
Assault.
he was outside. Yeah, he was outside of his own spaceship and like shooting on foot. And I mean that I was hoping that they would interpret that into this one and make it more interesting too. But like they obviously skipped that matter and just said, "Hey, fuck it, we're going with the ship." So I mean,
And they
it
made
would be
Fox run like at 200 miles per hour on the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah, in Assault,
yeah,
yeah, that was weird. I didn't like
fast.
Assault. It was so weird, yeah. Like he was running so fast. I was like, Jesus. But
It's
You
those
know what?
mechanic legs.
I
After
know.
watching that trailer, I can say I'm more interested in the Castle Defense minigame than I
Oh,
am
the
in the.
Guardians, I think. What's it called?
That's
Guards? Star
hilarious. That's
Fox
hilarious.
Guards.
It's like Slippy's Adventure or
Yeah,
something.
it looks weird, but it's free with the game, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that game looks really awesome and looks really fun to be stoned to while you play through the whole campaign. So
This is good. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this game up. I really because Star Fox has always been a very unique game. Like I don't think there's another game like it out there ever,
this is
really. Like
definitely
I
the
can't.
best Star Fox since
Yeah,
64.
yeah, since 64. But I mean, just like the way this game is, like there's nothing copying it. It's not like another first-person shooter
I
or
know, you
another
think
like
there would be.
2D shoot 'em up. It's very different, and it's always been different. But for some reason, they never come up with it too many times. I guess because they can't experiment with it too much. Like it's
Like
really hard
it's
to.
kind of like Star Wars Rogue Squadron if you do think about it.
Mm, Well, I play Rogue Squadron, but I don't think it's like Star Fox at all. But
Well, yeah, they don't have those. They should have those parts where what Star Fox does. Those like campaign segments where they like lead you on a trail. They
uh,
should do that. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. There'd be so much potential. I don't know. I hope there's a Star Wars Rogue Squadron announcement at E3. That'd be really awesome,
I guess.
especially for VR.
Ooh.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
VR.
I hope we can pray. And one cool thing is I don't understand how they're going to do this. They said Battlefront's going to come to VR too, but I don't know how you do that in the person segment. Like when you're on foot, like it looks way cooler to do like when you're actual in a vehicle.
Yeah, when you're in third person, maybe it's just gonna be you're gonna be looking at him like a toy, right? It's just gonna be in front
That
of
would be
you.
cool.
I mean, there's a
That'd be
lot of VR
sweet.
games that are in third person still, so.
Yeah, I that would be awesome though. I really hope it works out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our next subject. This is a game by somebody dear to my heart, Cliff Bleszinski, who obviously is the Gears of War founder, and moved on to make Lawbreakers. And
Who's
this
he
is the news
making?
trailer. Everybody saw it.
Is he
What?
with? Is he still with Epic?
No, he has his own studio, and Nexon is publishing it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Lawbreakers. I hadn't seen this trailer until today. It looks pretty cool. Like I like the idea of having sort of like a first-person multiplayer game, but everybody has special abilities. I mean, Overwatch is similar to that right now, but the abilities they show look really crazy on the
Does
trailer. At least.
Overwatch have gore?
Gore? No, I don't think so.
So this is like an M-rated version, but like the real trick to this game is something that we can't experience until we play it, and that's the gravity, the whole gravity thing. And movement is supposed to be really unique in this game, and I can't wait to try it out.
Yeah, that's how it looks like in the trailer. People were like just up in the rooftops or just like jumping really hard or going like somebody gets kicked off the cliff.
I
and then
know
he
that
just
was
comes
the best
back
part. I
up.
was just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
it's kind of
Like,
weird.
you think they were gonna die like every other game, and then he comes back up and then does that Spartan thing
Yeah,
and slams down on you, and it was like that was awesome. And you
Yeah.
see your person explode. Because this game used to be like the last trailers. It looked like it was going for a T rating because there was no gore. So this was the first trailer that showed gore. I was like, oh yes, thank God. You switched it to gore because it has so much more potential with gore, and
yeah,
especially that character Kitsune with the swords. I really want to chop people in half and stuff like
yeah.
that.
So for what I can see on this trailer, it's the same thing I was talking about Titanfall, that they're with these powers, they're sort of encouraging you to get close and personal, right? Not just hide behind a wall anymore, right? Or just camp somewhere.
They want the average encounter to be like within 15 feet or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I mean, Gears was the same way. Like, Gears was really hard to fight from a distance. You always had to get really
But-
close.
Oh yeah, but the movement is so different, and I think he's even gone on record saying there's not a sniper person
Nice,
in
nice,
this game.
nice. Sounds
Which
great.
is kind of, I don't know, that makes me kind of sad, but it looks like it would be like impossible to use anyways.
I'm okay.
Without the way people move around in this game.
Yeah.
Do you guys plan on picking it up? Anybody plan on picking it up?
I'll actually wait till it comes out and hear real gamer reviews because I've been burned so many times.
Oh, this game you can put your trust in because it's not only because it's by Cliffy B, like just the whole looking at the gameplay looks fun.
Yeah,
you
but
can
I mean,
usually
that's-
tell how fun a game is. You
I
can
don't-
tell if you have enough experience.
Well, I don't know if that's that true, but I mean, the trailer looks great. Yeah. So that's all I can say about it.
I got reservations. I will hold off until you pick it up and let me know how it plays.
Yeah, it will come to consoles eventually too. So, and then hopefully, like that'd be great if it was just cross-platform. But I mean, TJ has a PS4 now, so we could all just play on PS4. So that's awesome.
Let's do this. It's a plan.
What about you, Sean?
Yeah, I'm gonna play the shit out of that game. Like, there's no doubt about it. It looks amazing. I love first-person shooters. Like, I mean, I do play a little bit of Call of Duty here and there. I like to play zombies usually. I used to be really into the multiplayer, but this type of multiplayer, it sort of reminds me of almost like, I would say sort of like Destiny. Sorry, not Dynasty. What the fuck is that?
Dynasty.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dynasty Warriors.
Dinosaur Warriors, yeah.
Best delivered. Anyways, yeah, it reminds me of Destiny. I'm sure you can like customize your weapons. Obviously, you can probably customize perks, whatnot. That's what I'm getting my mind around. Is how are they planning? What's up?
It's just characters. It's based on like what character you are.
Yeah, it's like
Depends on, like,
heroes in like League of
Fortress
Legends or
style.
Dota.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, I mean, it's still gonna be fun. I used to play what is it? Dirty Bomb. That was pretty badass. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that game. Yeah, my computer's a little crappy right now, so it's like it was really difficult playing at the time, but I made it work, and I really enjoyed it. I really did. So I'm pretty sure if it's something almost similar to that, with like almost a different concept. I'm pretty sure it's the same concept, honestly. But if they have really cool like game modes and stuff, I'm in.
Oh, well, I can guarantee you it probably will. So,
Yeah. The way it
yeah,
looks,
definitely.
I'm pretty sure.
I definitely see it getting around like 5 stars on Easy Allies, and they go up to 6. So that's the only people we'll probably be referring to, or at least me, because our podcast, I want to support Easy Allies as much as I can, because they're awesome, and I'm actually I'm Patreon to them $5 and Twitch sub to them
But
too.
they burned down game trailers.
No, they didn't burn it down. Those bastards at Smosh deserve to be.
Yeah.
Something bad happened to them. They fired them to make their movie and hire Hulk Hogan or something. So, I hate those guys so much. But I'm just really happy that they're doing great, and they're making about $38,000 a month right now. But it will just keep. They need to get their studio and hire everyone full time, because it's so many people, like 9 people, they want to keep on. So best to them. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our game news. It'll be our last segment. So I'm just going to run through some stories. And so first off, GameStop shares are collapsing after the company said that they're not going to make as much of a profit this year. So that's cool. Does anybody care?
I think Steam has got sort of made that all happen. I sort of no, I honestly don't.
Steam and Amazon.
I want to. They were pretty reliable, but it's like Blockbuster now at this point. Like another company's coming in.
Blockbuster.
And yeah, it's getting that old at this point. Like it's really reliable, really awesome. But it's like once you walk in, you got all the electronics, and then you have maybe subscriptions here and there. I haven't had a subscription magazine from there in forever, actually, like maybe 2 years.
One pays $15 a month, $15 a year for like no reason except to get more of a discount.
Yeah.
Pretty pictures in a book for a minute, tell you about what's going on, sort of. Not really, but sort of. They only tell you what's going on at like E3 or the big gaming conventions. That's all they really keep up on now these days. I'm pretty sure.
What, GameStop?
No, the subscription from GameStop. Yes, they have some game reviews, but it's like
it's mostly about discounts for their subscription.
Wait, they don't have like Game Informer with them anymore? Wasn't that a thing?
I'm pretty sure they still do.
Yeah,
they still probably have to do.
All right, good.
Don't be surprised. So let's go into our more interesting story, because that one's really dumb. So the map for Red Dead Redemption 2 leaked, and it's like, big as like San Andreas, or bigger, who knows? And everybody knows.
You mean like old San Andreas, or you mean like GTA 5?
Probably bigger than GTA 5. I don't remember the exact details, but it's supposed to have like a lot of different segments, like forest area, like a desert area. Like,
well, it
all
is
that
easy
stuff.
for them
Mountains.
to make a bigger map in Red Dead because it's a lot of wilderness.
GTA,
So I guess it makes sense that it's pretty big.
How excited are you?
I hope it comes out to PC. I still wish I will pay $60 if they just ported Red Dead 1 to PC, because I still want to play it. I just don't want to play it on the 360. Yeah, but they don't want to. So I hope it comes out on PC. I mean, GTA 5 has been very successful on PC, so I'm thinking they will. But that's what I care about.
I mean, every single Rockstar pretty much has came to PC since then.
Yeah, I think so.
Is this a pre-order for you, TJ?
Nope.
I thought you'd be the kind of guy that likes Red Dead.
You know what? Again, this goes down to the time to play and me picking and choosing which game I'm going to invest in. It's not that I don't want to play it. It's just that on the hierarchy of the games that I am playing and still want to play and I would say need to finish, it doesn't even rank yet.
Yeah, like Tommy.
Well, I honestly don't blame you.
Tommy, instead of asking him if he's going to get it, just ask him if he likes it. Okay? because he's always going to say no. He's always going to say, no, I'm not going to get it. Just ask him what he thinks about the game.
The crazy thing is, 4 years ago, actually up to 4 to 5 years ago, any game I would buy, I would sit down and play and, actually beat. But since then, I've become like Steve. I buy a game, and it sits on the shelf. It's like, okay, I'm going to play that one. It's like, I don't buy them just for them, but, man, I got, like, adult problems I never thought I'd have before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got, when you're a kid, you have no money and nothing but time, so you get, like, 1 or 2 games and play the shit out of them. And then when you grow up, it's like you got money, but no time. So it's like, yeah, you get games that you want to get, but fuck, you have no time to play them.
Well, I thought the story was overrated for Red Dead, honestly. Like, I just go do this for me, go do this for me, go do this for me. Like literally the entire game for like 30 hours. I still got to the part where, you're the son, but I just kind of gave up after that. I was like, they're like telling me to go do chores for my mom, and I'm like, no.
I'm sort of in a video game. I didn't come here to do chores.
Especially at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But I did get
rant of a game that people love, but reminded me of what you're talking about would be Shenmue.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who loves that game.
So old.
It's weird. That game makes no sense to me because I played it and I liked it, but the thing is, the first one came out what was it on Dreamcast, right?
Yep.
No one bought it, all right? And then Xbox needed property for the original Xbox, so we're like, oh, we're gonna make it. They made Shenmue 2. No one bought it. Okay,
Shenmue.
and now everybody's excited for Shenmue 3. Who are these people? They didn't buy it.
Wait, is this not the samurai game, is it?
No, it's the Chinese guy or Japanese guy, I forget, who's looking for his dad.
And you get a freaking
yeah. Hubert freaked out about this game.
I don't know who's excited about this because they obviously gave money, but I don't know where were these people before because like it seems like every console maker is bets on this game and loses. So it goes from console to console, right?
They couldn't even get $10 million. So
I don't know.
for the Kickstarter, which he wanted. So I think it's just mostly an Asian-based audience, and then just some Americans, just a few ones.
Maybe. But yeah, that one is what like Tisha was saying. That game, like if you had to make money, you had to go to a store and check out items or stuff like sell products or move
you actually
crates.
have to get a job in the freaking game.
Yeah, you had to do real work, not interesting work, like just real mundane work in the game.
That's hilarious.
Weird. Yeah.
Jeez.
Never really played it.
I mean, I appreciate the game because they were going for like this grand world thing where you can just go everywhere in every corner there's something. There was a lot of detail in that game, but it was just a lot of real life detail.
A lot of medium
Right.
in it. Man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to rake the leaves.
Yeah, rake the leaves. Yeah.
You got to mow the lawn, cut the grass to get cash to go to the arcade to play a certain game.
Or the worst parts, they're like, oh, you have to be here at a certain time, and you're like, okay, I have to kill 3 hours. What am I gonna do?
Literally,
Yeah.
real free.
Yeah, like real 3 hours. It's like it's weird. So I don't know.
I'm sorry, I keep hijacking the topic to other games.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask how do we
It's all
start
good.
talking about Shenmue.
I don't even really care about Red Dead that much, so I'm fine.
All right, next time.
But let's move on to the next one. Watch Dogs 2 is supposed to be highly optimized for AMD GPUs. So
Well,
take that. And whoever
well,
has an
I
AMD GPU.
well, I mean, first of all, does it matter? No one liked Watch Dogs. I have it. And I played it for a couple hours. I didn't care for it. It's a weird game. I mean, it had a lot of potential, but I don't think anybody
definitely
cares
didn't beat
right
it.
now. Yeah, and
You see, that's weird because I actually enjoyed Watch Dogs.
You don't.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, I actually sort of did too. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was.
I mean, I played
decent.
through it. It was fun at some parts. Yeah.
No, I mean it wasn't bad.
It was
It
pretty
just
interesting
wasn't
too.
great. It wasn't that good either. Like after a while, the only parts
It
that I
was
really like about the
random.
game is when it got into like crime drama cinematic view when they're talking about what's going on. That was sort of interesting. But the moment they cut out of that cutscene, I'm like, I don't really care. I don't want to do anything right now. Like I don't care about the hacking or
It
anything.
need better car driving too.
better car drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needed
Very.
that.
They need- like the
That
drive.
felt like
That's
something
what I
from
usually just
Xbox
played it
One.
was like the driving part. It was really fun, but it needed some work.
Yeah.
It felt like
There's
when
a
you
couple-
got
there was a
into a
couple
car in that
things
game that you were going back a generation in consoles.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it really did feel that. Like, what is it? Whenever you're hitting the gas, pretty much it's like you're going full speed, but it's like the screen has to back up or something to help you visualize that or something.
It
It was
didn't
so
feel that fast. Yeah,
odd.
it felt like you were going 60 miles per
Like-
hour at the fastest.
Yeah, and yeah, it would give. I'll give it like maybe a 3 out of 5 if I can, because that it's all right, but they really did need to work on a lot of things, which I'm pretty happy they made a good concept, and it wasn't a bad game at all actually. It's
Yeah, it was-
just
it was
you
a-
know
6.8.
I'm hoping they come. Go ahead. It was a 6.8 out of 10 scale. Yeah, it really needs work. It just I hope this second one really puts they put in the things that they didn't have in the first one. Like I hope that they have obviously a better story. The story was amazing. I did like it, and it was really how could I say it? It grasped my attention in a sense to where like it'll toss you around, and you don't know exactly if you're safe or not. And that's the best part about it, because it keeps you on it the whole time. It's sort of like, are you a criminal or are you a vigilante? That's up to you. Like do you want infamy or do you want to help people in this environment? Do you want to stop that robber? Or you got a lot of different options and many different ways to make money, upgrade your equipment, find things. It's really nice. I did like it, but
What was
they do need some work on obviously the driving aspect, and I think some of the side quests like the drug, what was it that you could trip on there? You could like go to a drug dealer.
Oh
do some
yeah,
drug-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, inside this really cool dreary land, but it's like I don't know. Those mini games were really cool. I felt like they needed a little work too, because I don't know. Sometimes they were a little too simple to where you could lose, and you'd have to keep on going over and over. It was a little aggravating, but it's like if they had like a way that you could do it perfectly, or if you could just pass it in a sense. Like not everyone wants to do 100%. Some people are like, oh shit, like this level's really hard. Maybe I just want to, kill this guy, let this guy see me, and then jet for the goal. Or, oh, maybe I do have to sit here, and then, yeah, if you really want that 100%, you'd work for it, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They usually
Definitely.
they just took me out of that, and I'd have to go through the whole process all over again. So, it got a little tiring after a while, so I just stopped playing the mini games.
What was your favorite part, TJ?
Oh, my favorite part is actually just being able to traverse the land and what's the best way to describe it? Interact with people and being a fly on the wall. It actually,
Yeah.
to be honest, it made me really fucking paranoid in real life.
Yeah,
Walk
it's so
around
true.
Yeah, because when you hack into a Kinect,
and what?
when
Computer.
you hack into a Kinect and you watch the people.
You know what?
Yeah,
I don't
that
have
was
a, I
good
didn't
yesterday.
have that. I'm not really worried about that. But more so that, you're walking around and somebody could just get into your phone and get into your business. Like, that's the way I made my money. I just hack people walking by. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll take your shit. I'll just take your shit. Okay, well, great.
Yeah, makes you
That's
think.
hilarious.
If you see the nice little, what does he have? That's not like a small mask on their face, like a bandana. You got to watch out for that dude on the street.
Right. I'm looking I'm looking around at anybody with a little mask on, thinking,
Yeah, little bandana and a hat. That's all they need. Can't recognize
Okay,
that.
so let's does anybody care about No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky.
I like that it's coming to PC, though. I was never really interested in the game, but it looks interesting. I'm just waiting to see what people say about it once it's actually out.
Anyone else?
Um, I honestly haven't even looked at it. Uh, yeah,
Do you need an explanation?
yeah. By means, go for it.
It's pretty much just randomized planets with randomized, creatures, and you have a spaceship, and it just seems, and you're just mostly doing resources and trading and stuff, but you're just discovering planets. That's pretty much
Okay.
the whole thing. Yeah, and you get to name people, you get to name creatures like after your name, so you can make it like Penosaurus,
oh god.
like everything just Penosaurus. And then other people can actually like go to that planet and find all your Penosauruses.
Oh, so it's a gathering, collecting, and building game.
Pretty much. It looks like a game that you could chill with. I would pay $10 for it or $15 at the most. It depends on how good the soundtrack is too, is how much I'll get into it. But this seems like a really good chill game that
Well, that game looks interesting if it was made for VR, like specifically, because
Yeah.
it will probably come to it.
no, but I mean, like if they would have thought of that from the very beginning, because I feel like
Yeah.
it's an exploration game. You're up in space and you go down in real time to the planet, and you land. All that is real time. Like there's no loading screen when you go flying. You just keep going until you find a planet and you land. There's no loading screen, any of that, and then you your get off your ship and you start walking around. I think for a VR that would be like a really cool experience to have just looking at these places, in this world, uh, in that VR environment. I think it would be a cooler game if it were made for that. But so far, I mean, they could make it VR, but I don't know. I think there's a difference between whether you can just
mean-
patch VR or make a game for VR, right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome if they did that for a lot of games, honestly. But
Yeah.
this one in particular, yes, that would be amazing. It looks. I'm actually looking at it right now. Who's gonna tell me that there's a giant snake in the desert? Because that would be amazing to see on VR. Like, I'd probably freak out for a second.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, it looks very mm, looks very different. I would say. I don't really see too much violence. I see maybe, the most is meteors. Like if you're going through a meteor belt,
Hmm.
astro belt, I don't know, and I don't really see too much shooting between players or any violence, which is nice. It's very different, but I would say it reminds me sort of like Minecraft. You're going around collecting things, building things, and making a new environment. Yeah, minus the violence, because even Minecraft has that. But
Well, I wouldn't
it
say
does have-
building things, maybe.
well, all right, maybe not building, because I don't exactly see it here. Either way, it looks like there's a whole bunch of dinosaurs, really cool creatures. Like, looks like they got really into the environment a lot. Yeah, definitely looks like just an environmental map almost. Like, oh, what? I think a ship
move
just
on to
crashed
our
in. All right, go for it.
yeah. Let's move into our second to last subject. Let's ask, which VR would you get? So there's the Vive, the
Vive.
Oculus, and
Vive.
the PS4.
The
So
Vive. The Morpheus.
okay, do you
and
actually
the
plan on
PS4.
getting it? Do you actually plan on getting
Well,
it?
I mean, if I'm gonna get one of them, the Vive looks like the one. Though it's $800, so I'm probably gonna wait until they go down maybe at least $200, $300.
$100?
Maybe I'll get more than that, because 700 is still a lot. But the Vive, the good thing about the Vive is that all games are meant to be played. Well, not all games, but because the fact that when you spend the $800, they give you everything. There's no more extras. They give you the controllers, they give you the sensors, they give you everything.
I know
The
definitely.
Oculus, they just give you an Xbox One controller. You have to buy the motion controls separately and maybe a sensor. I'm not really sure. The Morpheus, yeah, you have to buy the PlayStation Eye and PlayStation Move controllers. So the Vive is the only one that is the full package. And so most of the games that have come out already for the Vive, they come in knowing that you have everything. You know, with a lot of the Oculus stuff, they're not really sure if you have everything yet. So most of the things they make is for the Xbox One controller. But the Vive, no, it's for made with the motion controller. So people are up in their rooms, like walking around, like ducking under tables to look for clues for several games.
You don't go under your own table.
No, but I mean they're ducking under the table in their VR space. Like I was watching this guy play, and he's like he wants to open some drawers, so he gets down and you can. There's a camera pointed at him, like recording what he's doing in real time, right? And he's trying to put his elbow up to lean over the desk, and he trips, and he's like, "Oh shoot! I really wanted to like put my elbow on the desk, you know." And he had several moments like that where he wanted to lean on a wall or something like that because he's moving around, and that's why I like the Vive mostly because it has everything from the start. So a lot of these games, they don't have to assume if maybe you have the motion control. No, you have the motion controls because it's only one package, and that's why I like it so far.
Well, the complete PlayStation VR package is like $500.
Yeah. But
what about you, TJ?
You have to buy everything else.
I'm still reserving my commitment to one package or another until I see more info and more basically letting the generation or letting the systems themselves play out, see what happens.
Yeah.
Because I remember, essentially, it's like the beginning of it is the beginning of a brand new technology, and to see which way people lean, their style of play as well. I mean, thinking back to when the Wii came out with their motion controller, it was a cool concept to get up and move around, but after a while, you still want to sit there on your couch and play a freaking game. You don't want to get up and do that much movement.
Yeah.
So it's still, I'm just waiting to see which way, essentially which one wins out. I might jump in before the decision's made, but I'm still up in the air. Everything looks cool to me. I mean, this is what, as a kid, you dreamed VR would be, not the crap they've been trying to push for years, but this is it, an immersive environment that you can actually move around in.
I think either one of the PC ones is the one to get the most. I mean, the PS4 one is the cheapest one, but the problem with that is that you will always have a limited library because it's for a console, right? The PC one, anybody can do anything they want, and a lot of what the Steam games they
porn.
They release tools that you can make old games into VR if you wanted to now.
That's cool.
Yeah, so the some developers just have to enable it.
Oh
or
man,
something like that. But
so many possibilities.
Yeah, and so
I'd love to see Bloodwake on that.
Yeah, so a lot of even the Oculus games are being for Vive as well because the Vive has no limitations at the moment, being that they have everything already out the box. So I think any one of the PC ones is the better one just because of all the possibilities. But I also heard that the Morpheus might be able to also be used on PC. So if that's the case, is the cheapest one.
That is true, actually.
That is the cheapest one of all of them. But so far, I haven't seen anybody use it on PC. But we'll see.
All right.
And what about you, Shelton?
I'd say I can't really choose a side. Knowing Sony, they've been working on things like this for a while. Especially, they even had that one movement wand or motion wand.
You do use those in VR too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be nice to have for a PS4. Me having a PS4, I'm probably going to buy it, but I'm not going to go for it right away. I'm going to wait until I see the compatibility with games. I'm going to wait and see what games there are that I would be really interested in to actually get it. And I mean, if nothing really sparks my excitement on the PS4 end, I'm probably just going to go with the other one. Because it sounds more compatible with PC anyways. Like everyone's using it. Not the newer one obviously, but the fourth one using that. I see PewDiePie using it. It works. You know, it's reliable. They're actually having fun. So it's like it seems
especially
like
the scary video ones. Scary
Yeah.
video reactions are amazing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely. Here's my opinion on the whole matter. So, Vive is the best. There's no question about it. But I would get the PlayStation VR because first I'd get the PS4K. That's the one I would want to get because it makes the VR experience better. So that's cool. Probably mostly just makes the refresh rate go from 90 to 120. So that's mainly the only difference probably. But it's really cool that it would go to PC. And the only reason I wouldn't want to get the Vive first is because I see it going wireless eventually, and that would be
Awesome.
Yeah.
more
it's-
opportunity. Just a second version.
Yeah, especially for the Vive, wireless will make a big
Yeah.
difference because the Vive has really, I don't know if you've seen how they set up Vive. You
Yeah,
put
you do
sensors on
two-
your walls.
Yeah, two
Yeah.
sensors that cover the whole. They're like Kinect sensors essentially.
And basically you have
they
to,
catch you perfectly.
yeah, you have to walk around the empty space of your room. So the Vive knows how to map your games into, because maps actually change depending on how big your playing area is. So wireless would be really good because that way you never have to worry about, oh, am I going to step on the cable or something like that, or get used to the fact that there's a cable around your feet, right? So wireless would be a good idea.
It is really like amazing with the Vive that like if you get too close to the wall, like it will show you your real wall.
Yeah.
Like real objects. It will be like you're going out of bounds.
Yeah. It will actually
really,
show you
really crazy.
I forgot what they call the chaperone of your wall, or something like that.
It's pretty mind blowing. But the best reason to get into the PSVR for me first is because not only are you getting the exclusive PlayStation VR experiences, like the only game I really care about, like I would love to see, I can't wait to see is Ace Combat. That's going to be
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer.
I imagine in VR.
Mhm.
Just so
Yeah.
much possibility there. And then what I really am hoping for is for them to bring Dirt Rally into VR, and that would just be my reason to buy right
Dirt
there.
Rally would be great. I still want to get Dirt Rally. I love that series of racing.
Me too. Well, this one, actually, I really never even purchased a Dirt before,
Oh, really?
but this is the one I'm going to purchase because it's simulation. This is
Yeah,
the first
yeah,
real
I mean,
simulation.
Yeah, this is going to the original Dirt. The first Dirt, I forgot what's it called. It was like, it was some guy's name, Dirt, and that guy died in a
Colin?
helicopter. I forgot. Yeah. He
Yeah.
died in a helicopter crash, right? That's the guy?
I don't know.
Because I think that's why they stopped. Because they just did the first game and that was gone because I remember I heard that he died in a helicopter crash or something. Like
Well, I mean, they still use Tom Clancy's name.
that. No, but they bought the rights to his name before he died, So it's just a Tom Clancy thing. But yeah, I think this guy died. So yeah, Dirt Rally's going back to the first Dirt, which was more of a simulation. The other Dirts became not really arcade, but more like, oh, we're cool. Dirt Rally's like X Games kind of style thing, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're going back to the more
Definitely-
serious Rally.
Definitely Sony hit it out of the park with this one. Like, they just completely locked down this generation. I'm really surprised because of how bad their last generation was.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything they did, really. It wasn't
It was
anything
more
they did.
hardware focused.
No,
Yeah,
it was
more-
more that Microsoft effed it up. That was the real reason. Because even Sony has said, we don't know why we're so popular. They've said it themselves because it's really not them. It's that everybody
Because-
hated Microsoft, so everybody went to Sony. That's what
Like
that's
Phil,
what
Phil
happened.
Spencer can't save the Xbox One because the Xbox One was designed by management that just, it was under the bad management time. And it's not designed to be a next-gen console. It's just supposed to be a home, like your home everything. But nobody even cares about TV much anymore. So,
Yeah, they advertised
and
too
your
much.
audience is mostly millennials and stuff, and these are the people that don't really watch cable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It
haven't
was-
watched TV since high school, really.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool that like PlayStation TV they even have PlayStation TV now, the PlayStation View,
Hmm
which is weird, but I mean, that's the way that you should be watching TV is through your internet, anyways. So, yep. And then let's go on to our last subject. What are you mostly looking forward to E3? Let's start with Liam.
Well, I haven't cared for E3 in the last 6 years, really. So I'm not looking forward to anything.
That's a fine answer. You've
Yeah.
given up hope on E3.
No, it's not that I've given out hope. It's that, I mean, I'm really not excited about new games anymore. Like, I just don't care what comes out. Like, I'm okay not playing a new game for a year until I get it. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm just in that state of mind now. So E3 is not a big deal anymore to me, just because I'm not. I really don't care if it comes out. Like what's coming out. I mean, I get excited for cool games like, oh, that looks cool, but I really don't care
Love
for
the trailers.
Yeah, I really don't care to get it right away, right? And E3 it's mostly for people who are like, oh, I have to have this. I have to have this now, kind of thing, right? At least that's how I was when I did care for E3. But now I really don't care if I have it now. So
How about you, TJ?
I am kind of in the same boat as Liam. I don't really look up or look forward to E3 in the sense of, oh, I want to see footage of a certain game. You know, I'll watch the coverage, and if I see something that catches my interest, I know I watched E3 with you last year, and you know, I had no idea what anybody was gonna show, but you know, I see something cool, great. I think I want to play it, but at the same time, it's like, why am I going to bother to watch this coverage for a game that's not going to come out for another year or 2 or 3? It's like it gets your hopes up for something that eventually, when it does come out, it's going to change. Unless it's hardware specific, the games they show aren't going to be the same games that come out. So, I mean, sometimes. I don't even remember. There was a game that I was really excited about when we watched E3 last year, and I don't even remember what the name of it was. I just know it really excited me when I was like, oh my god.
Are you talking about that one like sword game?
Yeah.
Where you're like in the cat. You can be like a samurai or a knight or a Viking.
Oh, you mean like that multiplayer like medieval
Ubisoft game?
One? What happened to that? Where is it? Did it happen? Did it happen?
It's going to come out. Yeah. It does look awesome.
I'm excited about this freaking game, and I'm still waiting out. If they make another announcement, it will be out in like a month or 2. I'll get excited again, but you know.
It will probably come out this year, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I do watch the press conference for E3, and I do like it. I do like watching them, but I'm not really specifically looking for anything.
Right. If there's no, for me, if there's no hardware announcement, it's glorified promotion for the next coming games, which you can actually get online now. There's no real reason to salivate over E3.
Yeah, well, I am interested in seeing, because everybody's saying that the Nintendo thing is going to be shown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the
NX, yep.
I mean, even if it's in show, I'm just going to look at it and going to be like, whatever, right? I don't think they can say anything that's going to blow my mind. But I just want to see it and go, okay, that's the new thing. All right, that's E3.
Yeah.
How about you, Sean?
My opinion is that it's all right, but I'm not really too fond of it either. It's not something that I look forward to every breaking moment of my life. It's like whenever I'm bored and I hear that E3 is coming out, I get a little excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh snap! Like new games. I would love to hear about them. I would say the games that they're showing. Usually, I would like to hear about the games that they're gonna, be coming out in the next year or so, or at least in development. Because when I heard about Fallout 4 coming out and they showed it on E3, I went nuts. But like they only showed maybe a little bit. I think they showed like a small clip.
They showed like 15 minutes of Fallout 4.
Really? Oh, on there, yeah. Well, I mean, prior.
That was actually one of the rare press conferences because Bethesda had that game come out in 5 months.
Yeah.
Within 5 months.
Like I feel like they did a really great job for what they gave us, but it's like, I I would say that the games are pretty much the only thing to really look forward to unless they're making some type of new developed technology. And then when it comes to the games, like I would totally love to see. They have fucking what you call it, Dishonored. Yeah, Dishonored 2. They got coming out. Freaking Crackdown 3. Not gonna lie, I actually sort of liked Crackdown 1 and 2. I knew that they could definitely make that into a really good game, but for them to really like wrap that
The
up.
new Crackdown already came out on Xbox One.
Oh, really? Wow.
Really?
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a new Crackdown on Xbox One?
That's what I...
Yeah.
Since when?
Exactly.
For a while.
Huh.
Oh my
And
gosh.
like on the servers too, like on the multiplayer, it's like they use the cloud servers to do all the destruction in the multiplayer world,
Nice.
I
Wow.
did.
and it's like crazy.
I'm really quite
See?
surprised that there's a new Crackdown out there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, when I heard of it, I was pretty happy, but like, you know.
I'm surprised there was a bigger push. I remember hearing about that it was going to come out. I just don't remember it coming out at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it did nothing. No word that, like, hardly
Even
any
on-
trailers.
Well,
Right. Even on
Microsoft
Xbox One, they could have put something up on the freaking home screen. I don't even remember seeing
Microsoft
that.
has been doing a really, really bad job, like about marketing their games. Like I've literally yelled at Phil Spencer on Twitter because he like just made Gears of War Ultimate on PC. Like he didn't talk about it for 5 months, and then he's like, "Oh, guess what? It's out like tomorrow."
Yeah, I was gonna comment on that. Like we were excited about it like last year, Tom.
I
right?
know.
And they had a date out for it. It was like August or something like that, right? And then the date came. They were like, no, it's not coming out. And that was it until like
Nothing
what
for
was it?
6 months.
6 months? Oh, it's gonna be in the store tomorrow. And I was like, what, really? And a lot of articles were like, so apparently Gears of War Ultimate is out. So that was it.
It got no coverage, so I looked at it like pretty much the whole first day it was out. Like not even anybody broadcasting it on Twitch on PC version. And I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
And also, it wasn't a great port or whatever because AMD people, it was unplayable. It didn't matter what kind of card they had. If it was AMD, they were playing it at 10 frames a second, even at the lowest setting. So it even came out broken. So I don't know.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I'll give my opinion on E3 now. Pretty much, it's the best day of the years, like the best days years for me. It's
You're the
pretty much
only one.
Christmas.
Yeah, I
It's
see.
better
I
than
see.
Christmas for me. So, ever since like, you know, honestly, everyone keeps saying like 1997 was the best year for games, but like, do they fucking forget about 2007? Because that was like the best, not like the best E3 ever, and everything came out like right after, like Halo 3, Mass Effect 1, like all these crazy, amazing games that came out in 2007.
I forgot I think someone at what was that GT Time before they went to hell. They were talking
Yeah.
about which one was the best year of games. I think they were saying 14 or 15. Just because we had sold so much. Like last year, the game industry made a lot of money, and actually did, even though console sales weren't that up. Still were making a lot of money just
Oh,
selling
yeah.
property,
Game
just
industry.
selling games. Yeah.
The fastest growing industry in the world,
Yeah.
always.
So like every year, talking business wise, is the best is the best year for games because people are actually spending a lot of effing money on them.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty much looking forward to Mass Effect Andromeda to see a real trailer for that. I'm super excited for that
Yeah.
because it's Mass Effect. So
Yeah, I know you like Mass Effect. I really like Mass
I'm-
Effect, but I'm not excited for the new one really.
I'm really hoping they make a Mass Effect remaster, like all three of the games, all the DLC, and then like all brought up into the new Unreal Engine, so that way you can have your save file for
Yeah,
like the new
and
consoles.
I think they need to fix something about Mass Effect 1. I think it's a thing on Mass Effect 1 because I have a friend who plays PC games, but he doesn't play keyboard or mouse. And he bought like I think he does, isn't there like a the 3-pack for PC or something like that for Mass Effect or something weird like that. That there was an offer. He bought it like half off. He couldn't play
Yeah, you
Mass
get
Effect.
the whole trilogy, like the collection, Mass
Yeah,
Effect
yeah.
collection.
That's why he bought. He couldn't play Mass Effect 1 with a gamepad. And so he hasn't played it yet because he can't play with keyboard and mouse. And I don't know why, because it came out on Xbox
Oh,
360 and it was
yeah, I
fine.
hate that. Yeah, I hate that they would not bring controller support the entire time.
It's
And,
weird.
you know,
Yeah,
the whole
it's a
community
weird thing.
begged them. Because they're like, oh, well, we put effort into changing the UI for you guys, so you have to play it our way or go fuck yourself.
But it shouldn't
So,
matter because it's been already made, right? Even if they made that part, they should just let the other, because it's the same game,
essentially,
right? Came out on
essentially you
360.
have to use XPatter, is an app where you assign your keyboard to your Xbox 360 controller.
Yeah.
That's
You
how
have to,
I had to do it.
or Joy-2 key or something like that. What's the
And
other?
it's still not.
360
It's
CE.
still not that perfect. It still has its issues.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah,
It's
I'm
weird.
also looking forward to how amazing God of War 4 is going to look on PS4. Like,
Well, there's a
really
new God of
excited
War
for that
coming
announcement.
out.
Yep, and they say that it's going to take advantage of the PS4K, and they're going to make it even look a little better on PS4K, because
How?
on PS4K they're going to have like Neo mode.
Okay, I still
For
don't
a lot of the
understand
titles.
what the hell is that 4K thing? Because even with a Titan X, it's hard to get 4K on
No,
PC.
it's just going to upscale to 4K.
It's not real pixels, right?
It's not native.
Okay, it's just not. I mean, but that's why I feel like most of the games are, even for 1080p.
Yeah.
Like I look at some of
Yep.
the PS4 games, that's not real 1080p. You can
Yep.
see it, right? Okay, I guess that's fine. I don't have a 4K monitor, so it doesn't matter.
What matters more to me is the whole that affects VR. So it matters for VR. And
Yeah, if they could get like, but upscale, is it really that better? I mean, if it's not native.
well, what matters more is because if you actually do eventually get a 4K monitor, the old PS4 can't like even do like Netflix in 4K or YouTube really in 4K. You know,
But they
it doesn't have the bandwidth for
They
that.
seem so weird to me because I was playing Bloodborne, and Bloodborne is supposed to be 1080p, right? They even say native, but if I compare it to like Dark Souls on PC at 1080p, it looks fuzzy. It doesn't look like
Did you
a
play it
1080p.
on the monitor? Was it on the same monitor?
Yeah, on the same monitor. Like I have a dual monitor set here, so I can look at them at the same time.
Well, you can
And
see that there's like less anti-lacing and stuff like that.
it still doesn't look as crisp as on a PC.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I mean, it's supposed to be the same resolution, so they should
'Cause-
look the same, but they don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're just doing a weird thing there. They're not telling us or something. It just looks weird to me.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I can think of for E3 that I'm really excited about. Don't really see anything coming from Microsoft. Obviously, the NX will be cool. Will just be hopefully you can actually just get like N64 games on. Like how I see the NX being is just being like a console and then like a Game Boy you carry around with, and then it will just be more powerful when you connect it to your console. So that way you can play Game Boy games.
I like that idea because I've been saying for years they should just stop making consoles and just make a better handheld, and I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
What'd you say, TJ?
So they're going to make a handheld console.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could see it like having a home base for better graphics. Hopefully.
I don't know. Yes, maybe something like that. It'll be cool because the problem with Nintendo is that they have good games, but they don't have enough good games, right? Because no one is making games for Nintendo since the Wii. Like third-party
Yeah.
games, they almost never come out on Wii. It's usually Xbox or PlayStation. But I do want to play some of the games on Nintendo, but also want a 3DS, right? That's like back then, that's almost like a $500 commitment you have to do to their Nintendo platform. But if they're all concentrated into one system now, that's the best thing they could have ever done. I really like that news.
Yeah, I could see it just being like a taller screen in the middle between the buttons, but obviously a lot smaller than the Wii U controller.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be we should be good on the podcast now. We're probably going a little overtime.
I'm surprised that we talked so much about it because it's been long.
Idea. It's cool.
Yeah, but hopefully everybody likes what they heard, and our next podcast will be even better. But thanks for everyone for tuning in, and have a good one.
Bye.
All right.